Hi everyone, Linnea West here. Nice to see you all in week 5, which means that we're way past the halfway mark here. Just an overview video for week 5. If you need to, grab a pen and a paper, pause the video so that you can maybe take notes. You can do this with any of our instructional videos so that you'll be sure to write down and remember the important details. So as a recap of week 4, something that was really fun to do was to watch your shout out videos. And something that Tiffany and I learned was that the peer editing process for you was highly effective and way to not only connect with your academic presence, but with your social presence as well and with each other. And I heard a lot of goals about more interaction with and among each other. So let's make that happen this week in week 5. Let's reach those goals. I'm going to talk a little bit about our resources and readings, and they are in the syllabus. If you look here, we have session 5. The overview is about ethics and power, ethics and communicative freedom, the great media debate, and then technology integration in education. I have a K-12 educational background, so that's where a lot of my bias and resources and interest lies. So hopefully, if you look, you can also make some kinds of connections because you've experienced them as students. If you look at this second reading right here, I think it's a really interesting article about the discourse of power. And so he talks, Muffaletto talks about how they can target education as a way to interact ethically with each other. And if you read the concluding paragraph, I just think it was beautifully written. And then this first article here is another one of interest to me. Access denied, internet filtering software in K-12 classrooms. This gets better and better and has more and more impact from people, but so there's a big movement right now in K-12 education for every student to have their own device, whether or not the school district provides it for you or they bring their own devices in. And so there's something called the Children's Internet Protocol Act Protection Act, and it basically lays out a series of laws that mandate that schools, if they get any federal funding, which most do, that they have to have a filter to protect children. So, but what if you're using your own device and you're on your Wi-Fi, but you're using something at school? I think it just is provides a lot of ethical questions about internet filtering and what if it goes wrong and what if something happens. So hopefully we can get some great conversation around those two resources. I'm just going to point out a couple of things for week 5 here. You'll watch the introduction video, that's right here. Make sure you read the logistics of what you need to know. And then this week, we have tried to do something a little bit different. We have some challenges for you. Now these challenges are going to be each specifically outlined underneath the challenges. So you'll see more information probably in video format underneath each one of those. So want to make sure that you actually watch them and that you work as a team. So the teams are designed for, challenges are designed for a little bit of competition and a little bit of fun. And so we're offering you some carrots as opposed to sticks. So carrot meaning that there's a reward for fully engaging online. And since that was so many of your goals in the week 4, we thought that this would be a great way for us to reach those goals. So team challenges get rewards. They get, you also might get, be able to skip a submission if you are so lucky as to be judged the winner of the team challenges. So look for those videos that explain them in more detail. And we'll talk a little bit about peer reviews and the good, better, best model that we have, and we'll offer up another timeline too, but look for those in the individual team challenges. If you're in only 4311, you'll have a review of literature. So make sure that if you're in that course section, that you make sure to check that out. And that's not for the 2311 people. Afterwards, we have a new tool to introduce. It's called Flipgrid, and you'll make a 90-second video about your response and reflection. So I think that that's going to be a nice piece for us to think about because, as John Dewey once said, we learn by reflection. So thanks so much for all the people who've been so highly engaged, and big shout outs to all the people who gave such positive feedback to their to their peers in this group. So have a great week 5, and we'll see you online.